Hello everybody, my name is Nora and today on Horrible Gaming we are going to progress our short series on how to progress an Animal Crossing save quickly. Whether you're a new player or a veteran player who just wants to restart their island for various reasons, this series will cover all the tips and tricks I've discovered through my theme building journey. I have deleted an Animal Crossing save a bajillion times, so if you are somebody who wants to learn some tricks on how to progress saves faster, go ahead and like this video and continue watching. Don't forget to also watch my part 1 video linked below. So on today's video, we're going to cover on how to unlock K.K.Slider fast. This video is going to cover tips for regular players, veteran players, and also modders. So I'm going to try to touch on all 3 of these for all of you as best as I can. Now, if you're a modder, usually what I do at this stage is just inject into Poker Bridge Construction Kit into my inventory. That way, all I have to do is place the bridge. Now, if you're not a modder, on my last video, I suggested when you unlock visitations on day 2 to have a friend come drop off all of your materials. This will just make your life easier, so crafting this will be an easy job. Keep in mind, if you're not a time traveler or a modder, to remind yourself that we all play this game differently. I've had a lot of people comment recently that modding is cheating. We all have different views on this. This is just the way I play the game, and I totally respect people who choose not to mod and not to time travel. I'm just trying to make videos like this to help everyone out on progressing faster, whether you're a regular player, new player, non-time traveler, or non-modder. Hopefully this series will help anybody who wants to progress faster, and again, sharing all the tips that I've learned. Once you place your bridge, you're going to start on your starter homes. There's 3 homes that you're going to need to prep for new villagers to move in. My biggest tip for those who want to progress this stage faster, if you're not a modder, to have friends bring already crafted items for you. Now that we have online services unlocked, this is just an easier route to get it done. Just look on your plots and then see what items you're needing, message a friend, and have them come drop it off, and that will be done really quickly. If you're a modder, usually all I do is read the plots and I just inject all the items into my inventory one by one until the step is completed within about 5 minutes. Once I finish placing these items, we're going to go talk to Tom Nook, and he's going to say, "Yay, you've placed all the houses." And then we'll just time travel. Now, if you don't time travel, you're going to have to wait for these plots to fill in, but I chose to time travel just to be able to get this done faster. I do not mess with my villagers in Poker or NHSE to get them in faster. Last time I tried to do that, I glitched my game really bad, so I just time travel to get them moved in. It sometimes is a hit and miss scenario, so I usually travel a year each time until my plots fill. Let's see who fills my lot. I hope I'm lucky this time, because every time I let them autofill, I get the ugliest villagers ever. I always say I wonder one day if I'm gonna have like Raymond or Judy move in, and it never happens. I'm also going ahead and talk to Mabel real fast. You don't need to actually unlock Abel's store to progress the beginner stuff, but since she's here, I'm just going to go ahead and talk to her, buy something, so eventually Abel's unlocks. Once we finish, we're going to go see who moved in. I'm so excited. Okay, so I think I sort of got lucky with my first 3. I got Puddles, Al, and Lily. I love Puddles and Lily, but Al, not so much. Al kind of bothers me a little bit, so yeah, I'm really thankful that I can just inject villagers since I'm mod to get rid of him. He's kind of gross. So if you aren't a modder and you got stuck with villagers you don't like, definitely recommend joining my Discord linked below. We have a villager trade, and also we do a lot of server giveaways where you can get any villager you want. If you're a donator and a booster as well, you get the perk of having any villager choice. So definitely join that Discord linked below if you got stuck with uglies. At this stage, there's not much more I can do until I time travel, since residence is going to be built, so I'm just going to time travel a year again to get everything else here, and then we can finally progress the beginner stuff. If you don't time travel, you're going to have to wait a couple of days for the residence to be done. Alrighty, so I time traveled another year and also fixed my character up to my usual style. And I'm gonna go ahead to Plaza and talk to Tom Nook and Isabel and basically flip-flop back and forth with them until I progress. I suggest, remember how I told you earlier to have friend bring you items and materials that you may need to progress this faster. Definitely make sure you have a wooden simple wardrobe done already from a friend so you can just quickly customize that and get done with that workshop. Customizing, if you are a new player, basically helps you edit the looks and designs of certain game items. You can also use custom designs that you can later unlock as we progress the story. It's just a really cool feature the game has to offer. And if you're a new player, you can unlock custom designs made by other players in the game through the Able's ATM to really personalize your island. Is just super awesome. So once you finish the workshop, you're going to go talk to Isabel and just cancel right after talking to her to be able to unlock Tom Nook talking about K.K.Slider, and that's where we get the progression started to get K.K.Slider to our island. He's going to talk about how we need a campsite on our island. So if you're a modder, usually I just inject on poker the campsite construction kit and I place it, and I also place that wardrobe to add to the 3 stars we're going to need in the future for K.K.Slider to get to our island. If you're not a modder, make sure you have your friends bring you all the materials and items that you're going to need to craft the construction kit. So again, this is where having friends bring you literally everything you need at the beginning of the story where we unlock online services is really important. Hopefully these videos will help you prep and know what items you're going to need for the story. Keep in mind that the starter plot items will change and vary on the game, but they're usually pretty similar to what we saw on this video. So once I place my campsite, since I time travel, I usually just time travel 1 day forward after speaking with Tom Nook to verify the campsite is placed. And then the next day, I'll go back into Plaza and he'll tell me the camp is up and we will now have visitors at any moment. I just save my game and then I usually time travel a year forward or 6 days forward, depending on if the campsite fills quickly. But once I do see the tent, I go ahead and invite that villager. Unfortunately, you can't pick the villager for this or use an amiibo that I'm aware of, which kind of sucks because you might get someone ugly. It's usually a smug type villager, so, you know, Raymond could be an option if you're lucky. I've never had him move in, but I know people who have, so I envy you who had Raymond and not someone ugly. So anyways, let's go ahead and place his lot, and then we'll go ahead and ask Tom Nook for the extra 4 lots that we'll get to purchase from him. Again, this is where, as I said on my last video for this series, having a friend bring you supplies really helps, because if you have someone bring you bells, you can just buy all 4 of these immediately and place them. So take advantage of these open lots by getting 4 villagers that you really like from either a friend, Nook Mile Ticket Island, or you can get it from a Discord server. It really doesn't matter where you get them, but make sure you fill them in so you don't have someone autofill into there. I do know that one of these lots you'll need to go to a Nook Mile Ticket Island regardless, so if you want to make sure that you can island hop for a decent villager, stock up on those Nook Mile tickets, but make sure that you have all these 4 lots filled before you time travel any further, because again, you can have an autofill happen. Now, since I mod, I usually just time travel and let whoever autofill in. I also get my Nook Mile Ticket villager. I don't care who it is, since I can just boot them out. So once I fill up all 4 of these lots, I'll just go into poker under villager tab and just put in who I want to live in these houses. So that's what I usually do. I don't mess with villagers on poker until all the lots are filled, just again because I like to play it safe and I don't want my save to get corrupted on accident, because knowing me, if I mess with stuff like NHSE or poker too early, I'll just corrupt my save somehow. I've done it in the past, so I just stick to the normal routine as a regular player would, besides injecting items as I can. So now we are ready to finally unlock K.K.Slider, and the way I usually do this and it's super fast, is by planting 4 invo full of flowers, and I place an inventory full of items. The items doesn't matter what it is, but on today's video I'm just going to do an invo full of mush lamps. It's super easy to place, so I'm just going to do it that way. Use whatever items you have a friend drop off some old storage junk that they may have, and just place them all over your island in no set order or space. So I know that flowers are overwhelming to dig, I totally understand that, but this is the fastest way that I have discovered on unlocking K.K.Slider by getting 3 stars. So we're at 2 stars right now. And once I plant all these flowers, we'll be able to start placing our items. And then once we do unlock K.K.Slider, you're just going to have to remove all these flowers by digging them up. I suggest getting some gold tools. Again, make sure your friend drops you off a lot of supplies for this part in the game. And even friends can help you dig up these flowers too. So if you're looking for a cleanup service, my Discord does offer that. If you don't want to dig up all these flowers, we do have that to offer for you. So I'm just going to place this whole inventory of mush lamps around my island. Again, you just need 1 invo of items. It doesn't matter what it is, but I'm just doing mush lamps because it was the first thing I could think of. And we're in fall right now, so it kind of matches the whole vibe. So anyways, let's go ahead and place them. And then once we're done placing all these items, and again, I used 4 invos of flowers, I am going to go talk to Isabel and see if we've hit our 3 stars to unlock K.K.Slider. And there you have it, 3 stars. K.K.Slider is officially coming to your island. So let's go ahead and time travel a day and see his performance. Also, don't forget to be checking the ATM as well to unlock all your pocket space and various Nook Mile machine items as well. I hope that this video series helped those who were wanting to start over progress faster, as well as you new players who want to get to decorating quickly. This was the easiest method that I have found. Feel free to leave other methods you have discovered on your own to progress things like this faster in the comment section below, as well as any other tips that I may have missed in the comment section as well for other players. We will now get our Terraform app from Tom Nook, and we can now finally start to progress the gutting process to make our island the way we want it. What I usually do for modding is I go into NHSE and I just remove all the items that way and flatten my map. If you are a regular player, go ahead and start removing that invo full of items we placed, and as well as those flowers, so make sure you have plenty of golden shovels. I think that concludes our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also stay tuned for my next video coming out next week, so make sure you have those alerts on.